Hello future tech leaders, I am Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
Here, if you could see right. If you remember, we have seen that SMTP server right in this SMTP server. If you remember, we have seen the change password and reset password, right? Sorry, change password but reset password. We didn't yet did it. Reset password right, you'll be getting the OTP also. Actually, reset password means you forget your password. Then you are resetting it. Actually, you will be getting the OTP and we will be pasting the OTP in the screen. Actually, then you can able to reset your password. Basically, let's do that. Can you try to access the application? Maybe the SAML application. Sorry, the Salesforce one. Can you try to log in the Salesforce? No, not there in the bottom. Now you forgot your username, right? You didn't remember sorry, you forgot your password. Actually, previously we did the change password, forgot username, right? But here trouble signing on, here we need to. Can you type the 8283? Right? That's the username. Right now, you forgot the password. Actually, can you log into the mailer, sir, and get the code once you send the record? Now, if you can see right, can you log into the password? Now, if you could see right, can you log in? Can you try a new password? If you type the new password right, let's see whether it's working or not. This is the reason. This option is not used by much configuration level. We will see the difference. Action, this is for user right. You said A1233, right for A133 user. You are trying to. You forgot the password. You didn't remember the password. You are trying to create a new password. Right, system was unable to reset the password. Exactly. Now can you go back to the folder where we have installed the ping file, right? Ping file right. Can you go back to the log folder? Because you have received the error, right? We need to check in the log folder, right? You can open the server log. Yes, can you scroll down to the bottom of the server log? Scroll down to the bottom, the last line. You can able to see the difference there. Actually, you can able to see the difference, right? What is that error is? If you are showing error code 123, the request operation requires the proxy type and auth privilege. Actually, proxy type and auth privilege means whatever you are doing, it's correct one way, everything's correct. But you are using cn is equal to directory manager, right? When you are resetting the password, when you forget the password and do it, means it will comes under the replace. Actually, whenever it is coming under the replace, you need to do this. You need to do the cn is equal to active manager account. Actually, because you are going to do the change on the cn is equal to active manager. That is a super user admin account. The super user admin account. We are calling this as a super user admin account, but this kind of privilege is not there, right? That means you can able to understand how much this is secured. Actually, proxy type and auth privilege, right? Why? Because why this has been kept it as a secret. means because when you enable the proxy type and auth, right? Like from one application to another application, we have enabled the proxy type and auth. I'm not saying on the PingFederate level actually. This proxy type and auth, maybe your yield up might have been connected to a different applications. Actually, in that application, they are trying to do the reset of a user, right? Then there will give a problem, right? Resetting the password is not. It's not a proper way actually. It's a like. Resetting the password is a too much high privileged operation actually. Like for changing the password, you are giving the old password as an authentication mechanism. That is fine, but when you are doing the recent password is totally different actually because you don't remember the current password actually. You are going to give the new password anyways. That is why even though if it is asking for a proper validation after validation also, it was not working because it requires the proxy type and auth. Whenever if you want to connect to the LDAP, right, make sure we need to enable this proxy type and auth privileges there in the here. Let's do this. Let's add the proxy type and auth. Can you do that? Can you go back to the LDAP modify? Replace command actually. Replace operation actually. This one will retain that. Under the LDAP modify. First of all, we need the DN of the we need the distinguished name of the URL. We need the DN of your, this is name of your series called directory. But right, that's super user admin account. Can you search for any one user and put space plus? Yes, it should be LDAP search or LDAP modify. No, can you try LDAP search actually within A tool 3T4? We have, if you remember, this is just a LDAP normal search. Write the same LDAP search, just put space plus here. Enter now. Now, if you could see, right, CN is equal to who created this account. Here is good active manager, right, because we generated using the automatically generated data. Right now, can you copy that creator name? Actually, CN is good active manager, right, that is a super user admin account. Who created the account actually? To the LDAP modify command. Now sorry guys, sorry. Like for example, let's say like when you do the no, can you do the LDAP search space plus actually? No, clear screen means it's yes actually. Space plus. From this one, you can be able to get the DN of your CNS field. This is not acceptable because command LDAP search. LDAP search. Can you try LDAP search? Sorry, I didn't see that properly. One more time. Here, if you could see right, copy your creator's name. For that account, we are going to assign the privilege, actually, replace privilege. Sometimes it means like proxy, just a value name. Can you copy this value? Can you do the LDAP modify command now? Open another tab. To the LDAP modify command. Oh! Can you click on the upper key? No, I think you have given the plus side. Remove the UID also. Dename colon space that value. Colon space. Even though if it is a super user admin account, this one is not having the NEN effect. End. Press enter. Change type colon space modify. Under modify, we are going to modify the user right. Basically, you are going to modify the super user admin account. Change type colon space modify. Under modify, we are going to add the privilege name. Add colon space ds hyphen privilege hyphen name. ds hyphen privilege hyphen name. No, I think the spelling is wrong. I will give you the exact spelling actually. The privilege right. That's spelling actually. I will put it in the chat. This is this one. Can you just remove it? Or did you press enter there? It's not there. Good. Good job. Press enter. Now I am going to add this attribute actually. Again one more time. Ds hyphen privilege hyphen name. Colon space. Give the value. What is the value? Proxy hyphen auth right. That value. Again it should be enter. Yes. Enter only. What I am supposed to add here? We are going to add a new privilege. Proxy hyphen auth. Ds. Copy that and put it in. This value. Proxy hyphen privilege. We will do that. Before that to ds hyphen privilege hyphen name. Again one more time. ds hyphen privilege hyphen name. Privilege hyphen name. No. I think the spelling is wrong. Colon space. Colon space. What is the attribute? Proxy hyphen auth right. That is the error which has been thrown in the. Remove that privilege. Proxy hyphen auth. Press enter. 2 times. Now can you copy again up to ds hyphen privilege hyphen name again. The 4th line. Without proxy hyphen auth. You can add one more privilege actually. Right click. Now we are going to add a new kind of a privilege. Copy that. First 3 lines. Again space. Pause our iPhone. Because we are going to reset the password. That is the most important step. 2 times enter. Now Ctrl C. Now can you try what we did for the CLS QLab Directory Manager account? We have added the 2 syntaxes, right? Basically like 2 privileges we have added. This is not done by all the applications or all the LDAP team actually. That's why I have mentioned. This won't be accepted by the most of the organization because they will be rejecting this request. Actually, since you are going to add the proxy type on auth and password and reset, right? When you are enabling it for one service account, right? This is not a good one actually. Proxy type on auth. From PingFederate, that's fine. You can ignore the PingFederate. But when any other application using the same account at the same time, when you are having the proxy type on auth on all, right? Basically, you are giving the full access to the admin of contact. Basically, you are giving the every access inside the admin console. They can able to do anything they want actually. The proxy type on off, right, across the applications. This kind of a feature will work actually. In that case only like we are. From for these configurations or any organization, right? This, they won't enable this because for super user account, super user admin account, right? The client won't allow us to enable the password. I can reset because password. I can reset or like a what is that? Another privilege proxy, like for not. Because when you enable proxy, type on it will enable the cross authentication also. Actually, that's not a proper one. It's better to go with the normal flow. That's why, because of these two extra features, it will be like, each organization will be in the dilemma whether to use it or not actually. But nowadays, proxy, type and off and all right. These are all not that much required actually. Now try to access it. It will work now. Actually the same thing. Can you try the password reset again one more time and then try to access it? It will work. Can you trouble signing on? Put the username, send the request. Now let's check it. Can you check the mailbox there? Put the code. Copy this. Put it there in the Chrome browser. Validate. Now can you try a different password actually? To Federate. I think you already gave it. Can you try the new password? Without to Federate. Reset. Now, if you could see, it has been successfully reset because of the proxy. Because of this prerequisite, right? Not the end up thing. They will allow us to use this particular option actually. Because it's like you are giving everything to the CNS called Directive Manager, right? That's basically like a huge issue actually. That is why most of the organization, they won't use the they won't use the SMTP notification publisher for the reset password. Change password, they will definitely use it. And then for the others, for that particular change password, it's fine. Username require is fine. But when you are doing the reset password, it won't work. It's not a proper way. If you add it, it will work. But most of the organization, they won't allow us to add the proxy, auth or password reset for any simple user admin account. Actually. But how? If at all they wanted to reset the password, then how do the users will do? No normal users, that's fine. Normal users means you are using the old password. If you could see right for a one user password, reset time is J right. Password change time. When you search a user, UID is equal to A123 there in the above. Modifier's name is UID is equal to 834 actually. Who modified the timestamp right? The same user because you are giving your old password right. That means the current password has authentication mechanism. But here you are not giving anything here, right? Simply resetting the password. Anyone can able to intercept the request and then they may try to get the code. Means what will happen actually? It will be a hack, right? That's why it's better to use T whenever it is possible. We can able to use the if it is really required, we can use it. If there is no recommends, we can ignore it. You don't need to put those things. Understood? Now, note, but even now we are trying to change the user password, right? Yes, but this one you are doing it inside the console. If you see the LTA modifier, what is the user event and password you are giving it? I'm giving a 1 to 3, which is a user 1, right? No, you are giving. The CN is called Tactic Space Manager and then the PingFederate LTA modifier command in the last line, right? You are using the CN is called Tactic Manager actually. That's why. That is why this is like a, the CN is called Tactic Manager first time. It won't have any kind of a value actually. It is having only the authentication and all actually. But when it is coming to the exceptional use cases, this kind of a privilege, it's not there automatically. We need to add it separately. But even though if it is a proxy, if not, it's it's not that much good, right? Because of the security issues. We can able to, most of the organization will ignore the change. Reset password actually. Change password means you are authenticating based on your current password action. No, I'm still confused. See, like we are doing the LDAP modify only with the CN directory manager. One more thing, easy case. You did the password change password option previously. How you did it there? When you do the change password option, you provided your current password and you provided your new password, right? That current password, who is typing it there? I am authenticating myself and then I'm registering it in here. Then who is changing the password from one password to another password? CN equal direct. That's why that is A123 actually. But resetting the password is not A123. It's doing it actually. CN. It's like you are providing the password in the sheet, but in the backend it is going to update it as a CN equal directory space manager. Because change password, how will you authenticate A123, right? By using the OTP only, right? But that by using the OTP itself, whether we can able to give the, whether the user can able to reset the password, they can able to do it. But if the permissions are aligned properly, but if it is a secured organization, they will rejecting this request action. But even if a net banking, if I log in, there is always a chance like I can able to forget my password, right? It is not always I can remember my old password and then I'll go with the new. Those are all commercial applications, right? I'm just saying inside the organization, whenever your organization is having their, having the super user admin account, right? For those things, actually secured organization, not for the commercial applications. Even in the secured organization, we are not supposed to reset the password. No, reset the password will be there, but it is not happen due to the PingFederate. Actually, in the PingFederate, I'm saying, in any other application, they might have enabled it actually resetting the password, but not inside your PingFederate application. That is why. Here you are using the PingFederate application to change password, reset password, right? That one might not be there actually because of the security reasons. If at all they wanted to change the password, then how do they do? If you don't enable in the console, they cannot be able to do it in the PingFederate. They might have using different products actually. See, like user is logging into the application. They don't remember the password. Whatever the data stored in the ping directory, you are enabling the reset password actually. This reset password enable itself. There were a lot of clients. They will reject it actually. Because here you are using the ping directory. You can be able to assign the privileges actually. If it is a different deal, how you can able to ask them to enable the proxy, right? I understand that. But how the user, if at all they just forgot the password, then how do they log in? If they they need to update the password, right? Somehow it needs to be updated. Oh, that will be using a different service account actually. Here in a LDAB, they won't give the only one service account actually, whether they will be using a single service account inside the organization. Actually, one super user, one account. They will be using a multiple accounts, right? For each application actually. For example, let's say like if you are using Active Directory, whether the Active Directory team will share their own service super user account into the PingFederate actually. No, they won't give it actually. They will create another service account and then they will copy the same privileges. It is already there and then give it to you actually. When the application, like each organization, will have the forget password link, right? If you forget your password, you can able to reset your password there. Whenever you are doing the reset there, they might have used a different service account who will have the privileges actually. Your PingFederate service account, they might not approve to enable these privileges actually. Understood? It is not tied up to the directory manager, rather it should be some other service account which we will get. User will be getting the password link to reset the password. Understood? This is how it is working. Fine also actually. If you didn't have this any privileges, it won't work actually. That's a PingFederate configuration. No, not the PingFederate. Basically, it's a held up configuration actually. These privileges should be there. I think we will stop it right here. The other two topics, we will be saying it that issues right. Organ expression, we will see. And then customization, we will see on Monday. We will complete it. You guys are following me on this topic, right? Whatever we have seen till now, the SMTP configuration, even the server licensing events also. I think you got the mail right. In the inbox, right? You saw the mail for that. The same thing. It's not that much technical perspective. Technically it's not that much kind of like whatever we have seen, like SAML or like a selectors or policies or policy contract. It's not like that. It's just a straightforward configuration. Maybe on Monday we will see the OGen expression and then we will see the custom attributes using the OGen expression. That is issuance criteria using OGen expression and then custom attributes using OGen expression. Then customizations of the HTML form adapter. And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.